Hello and welcome people to Wayfarianfx. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe. And what we do over here is we of course give analysis on gold and BTC as per the current market situation and what's the fluctuation is going to be. This is all that we discuss with the market and the news and fundamentals and technical aspects of Forex market. So without wasting a lot of time, let's begin. This week's session is going to be very important. I want you to certainly look at it, understand as to whatever I'm saying. Please, you can also put in your comments on the comment section if you have any questions in mind. Now, if we see, let's understand the fundamentals to begin with. This week, we don't have any news on Monday, but we do have a news which is very important on Wednesday, wherein the President, Mr. Trump, is going to speak, and the FOMC meeting minutes is there. Then on Thursday we have got unemployment claims, and on Friday we've got flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. Now, last week we saw that even after the news been positive for US dollar, gold did not fall down and much. It was still very bullish. It was still very strong. And on Friday, when the news was negative for US dollar, the gold market just crashed down for the day, right? Now, this is something that we need to really understand, because this is where we all try to make the mistake. And what is that? That we try to rely more upon the fundamentals as to if the news is positive, then we know that the market is going to go up or down. If the news is negative, and we act wisely or accordingly. However, here's one thing that everybody needs to keep in mind, and that most of the times, or sometimes, it's not that it is fundamental news that gives the fluctuation to the market. This is something that we have to understand. So we cannot make positions blindly only based on the fundamental news that we see on Forex Factory or investing.com, whatever you must be using. Of course, there are a lot of websites where you get the economic calendar to check with the news. Now, here's the thing. What it means basically is that if the market is not reacting as per the sentiments of the economic calendar and the news that we see, it means that the entire fluctuation is happening from the market maker's side. And this is what brings in the trend. This is what we have to understand in order to have our positions at the right position and a correct deal, so that you can earn the profit. Now, let's go back to the technical aspect so that you can understand it better. I would want you to certainly keep your focus here, because it's very important to understand the fundamentals that we were talking about just a while ago. Now, if you look at this daily chart, you see that on Wednesday there was a news which was positive, correct, for the US dollar. Now, even after that, what happened was, if you look over here, there was a spike down there. Now, this is what we call it as liquidity sweep. Now, most of the market makers, of course, they earn money through this. They wait for it, and they know that the market news is, and a lot of people are going to come into sell position, and that is what happened. A lot of people put in the sell position because the US dollar news was positive, and so we opened a sell position, and the market did go down, but then it was just for a few moments that the market spiked down and immediately got up, correct? And this is where the next day, a lot of people got stuck in this liquidity sweep, and we failed to realize. And same thing happened on Monday. Monday, the news for US dollar was positive, and still, if you see, for the US dollar was negative, which means that gold was supposed to go further up, but it did not happen that way. What happened was gold just came down and closed at 2882 on Friday. Correct. Now, this is where we have to understand. This is what the entire session, what makes this session so very important for us to understand as to what might happen in this coming week between 17th till 21st of February. So, I want you to keep your focus and we'll just slowly get on with it. Okay, now if you look at the weekly session as well, of course, the market is way too high and way too bullish as well. And the gap has not been filled yet. And this is going to be a new week which is going to come in. Now, here's what I want you to understand. Let me just first I do have the support levels and the resistance levels, which you can always take down or take a screenshot maybe or with the photographs, just click some snap, depends on you. However, here's what you need to understand and remember for this coming week. Now, as we have seen, now if you look at the 4 hours, the market has been coming down and it reached this level which we made it in the last video that we made of 2876 to 77, right? So market did try to test this level and it has succeeded in touching this level, though it has not crossed below this point, which helps us to understand that there is a possibility. Understand one thing. Now, let me tell you this. Market for the coming future will certainly touch 3,000. Yes. Now, this is for sure. Now, we know that if anybody who's trying to invest in, this is also a very good time for you to remember and understand that market for gold will definitely touch this 3,000. But is it going to be in one day, that is on Monday, or it is going to be in the week or maybe a couple of weeks? This is something that we have to understand, because most of the people that they lose money because though after knowing that the market is touching 3,000, if I just keep buying now, and if I don't have the backup, if I don't have enough of investments in my bank account, in my trading account, there is a possibility that you might just lose it all. Okay. This is something that we don't want to do. What our first priority is to save the money that we have, so that we have that money to trade in the future of how we can. Correct. Now, so let's understand. Now, there is a possibility that gold, initially, considering the fact that it is there, it will certainly try to touch this level, and we do have some very good support levels that you can make a note of. There are very good let me just make this a little so that you can just have a look at it too. Okay. Here you go. Now, these are the resistance level that you might as well just make a note of too. Now, remember my words, remember this thing. What I'm saying is because this is very, very important. You can record it in your mobile phone too. In case the market crosses 2906, 2915 and 2926 on an upward movement from here, then you should know the levels of what we are talking about is 2906, somewhere this part. If the market crosses this part over here, right, and goes above that to 2915, which is this particular area of the previous high, and if it crosses 2625 to 26, right, this is this particular bottom line that you see of 2925. If it crosses this, then be sure then it is definitely on that time, aggressively on the day, or throughout the week, it will touch this 3,000. Yeah, which is very, very important for us to remember, and this is what it's going to be. So remember this: if the market crosses this resistance levels while coming up, And if it does, like for example, if the market crosses 2906 but doesn't cross that, it might just fall down. Then we will understand the support levels. But right now, keep this in mind. If the market crosses this level in one way without getting rejected and coming down, yeah, then the possibility is it will get us to the new all-time high of 3000. Yeah, it could be a very good buy position for you. And considering the fact, of course, looking at the long term, see if you look at the fluctuation, you see that the market is actually into the ascending channel. It is inside the ascending channel yet. So there is a good possibility that it can happen, and it will happen. However, here's another possibility which might happen with accordingly. You can put in your trades. Now, what are those? Now, like we know that these are the resistance level, and if the market is not able to pass on to this test, it certainly gets rejected and it falls down. Now, when it falls down, we have a first level of support, which was still there at 2875, which is still down here. But possibility is if it doesn't cross below this for the first time on Monday, and if it goes above to the resistance levels, you have maximum being 2926, right? 2926 to 2930, okay? If the market does not cross that, then there's a rejection. Now, while coming down, this will not be considered as a test. Then our level would be down below directly of 2665 to 2655, 2865 to 2855, which we see over here at this level. Yeah, this bottom spike that we saw, this is the spike that we were talking about. Now, this is a spike that we'll try to test, which comes at 2664 to 65, which is written over here. Right. Now, this is a support level. What it means is that the market will certainly fall down here. You can take and book your profits and wait for the confirmation to either cross this or go above towards 2906 back again. Yeah. However, if it crosses below that, then the very next level that we have is this level of between 2639 to 2634. Which I've written as 2635 to 2835 to 2830, right? Then if it crosses this first support line, this is where you book your profits and you wait for the confirmation. Then it's because market can bounce back or else go down further down. Go down further, correct? So this is what we have to understand and open our positions accordingly without taking any risk. Like I always say, market is open 24 hours. It doesn't mean that you will keep opening and closing, keep opening and closing. No, you wait for the market, right? And this is what we are going to do. Yes. And of course, the last one being 2812 to 2800, which is you get a very good buy position because from here, from any of these support levels, when the market goes upwards, there is a chance that now it will directly try and test this level of 3000 and it will touch this point. So, like I said, just to summarize my video, wouldn't be making it too long. Resistance levels, you know that if the market from Monday to Friday, if it crosses above these levels, then it is anyway touching 3000. However, if the market is going downwards and if it touches and crosses these levels, then from here when any of the levels, when the market goes above, then it is again touching this level. So what all I mean to say is buying is the position that we will prefer and consider. However, where to buy is all we want to know. And these are the support levels where we will buy right at the dip when the market falls. Like over here, if the market on Monday doesn't cross this, then this could be a very good buy position for you to check and book your profits up till these levels. Yeah, so that's all I have for you in this session. The market is bullish. We will consider buy positions. However, from the dip, that is when the market falls, you buy. When the market falls, you buy. But what are the levels when the market falls to? Are these. Just keep that in mind and trade safely. And I'm sure you will do wonderful this week. Please put in your comments as to how you have fared in trading. And we would love to hear comments and feedback from your side. Thank you. You have a wonderful day and the week, of course.